Hello, beautiful people. My name is Noa Lakshmi, and I'm here to elevate humanity for a better world. Indeed, one by one, we are doing it together as we heal ourselves, as we say yes to our own healing journey. We help our planet heal, we help humanity heal, and we help humanity to be elevated and create a new world, a new paradigm. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here to be of service and to help to elevate humanity for a better world. If you are curious and would like to know more about who I am and the work that I offer, please go to my website, noalakshmi.com. I do personal astrology readings, but I go way beyond that, doing spiritual work with people and helping people elevate, upgrade, and take their lives to the next level. Health, well-being, mental, emotional, spiritual health, all of the components. And by doing that personal work, by doing this transformational work with individuals, we again creating this new paradigm, this new world that we are so eager to create and live in for ourselves and for future generations. So if you are curious and intrigued, if this is calling you, then please go to my website, noalakshmi.com. Would love to hear from you. Would love to talk to you. And without further ado, we're going to jump into this week's astrology. And astrology really, to me, is ancient wisdom. Yeah, it's the wisdom of our cosmos, and the cosmos help us to navigate through this crazy experience that we call life on this planet Earth as human beings. It's a pretty exciting a couple of weeks here at the beginning of December with the things that are happening. The last few days have been a little kind of crazy and chaotic maybe for some of you. Today is Wednesday, December 7th, that I'm recording this video. The moon, our beautiful moon, she is still in the sign of Pisces. And in the last few days, the moon stays in one sign for about 2.5 days. So the moon is going to transition out of Pisces later tonight. But it has been in the sign of Pisces for the last couple days. And not only that, the moon was meeting, or the moon met the south node of the moon and Neptune that have been in conjunction for the last few weeks, which can be felt as this chaotic energy, some type of confusion. Anything to do with the south node is a lot of past stuff, and when the south node meets Neptune, there might be some confusion and things pulling us from the past, us wanting to maybe go back to past patterns or past behaviors, and things may feel a little confusing. And the moon right now is in conjunction with Chiron. So I want to talk about Chiron for a moment here, because Chiron is the wounded healer, and on a collective level, it shows us where is the collective wound. We all have Chiron on a personal level, and we all carry our deepest wound, but also as a collective, we have that. As humanity, we have that. And Chiron went direct, actually. Chiron was in retrograde for the last few months, and it went direct at the beginning of this month, a week ago on the 1st. So again, any time that the planet goes direct or goes retrograde, and even though Chiron is not an actual planet, it's an asteroid, nevertheless, it's a very significant body in space that we feel on a very deep level, on a soul level. So Chiron went direct, and we've been this whole year of 2016, like I talked about in so many of my videos, it's been a year of purification, a year of illumination. It's been a year of completion. And there is a lot of purging that was happening throughout this year, that is still happening. And Chiron going direct, it's like shifting gears in our healing process, shifting gears in your own individual healing process, but also as a collective. It's not that the healing is done. It's part of being human. It's part of what we're here to do. We all experience healing in different ways. We all have a different perspective. We all have a different interpretation what healing is. But nevertheless, in whatever way you want to take it, whatever healing journey that you are on right now, things are shifting, or things have shifted with Chiron going direct. But again, because Chiron is in the sign of Pisces, the south node of the moon, Neptune, and now the moon for the next, that was in Pisces in the last couple of days, can cause a lot of confusion and chaos. And again, I talked about it last week, that chaos is just part of the process. And the more you learn to embrace the chaos, the more you learn to embrace the unknown, the mystery. You know, there's something very mysterious about Pisces, something very mystical about Pisces. And that's why, you know, plant medicine and substances, all of those altering consciousness substances are related to Neptune and Pisces, because there's something very mystical about it, and it opens us to new worlds that is beyond this physical plane. So it's important, though, to keep the balance and not get lost in the non-physical, and that can cause a lot of confusion. So what's happening right now is the calling of our own healing journey and our own spiritual journey to open up more, to expand our horizons and our perspectives to maybe something beyond the physical, that is more mystical, that is more metaphysical. Some of you are, perhaps it's the opposite, or that are so in the metaphysical, that are so in the mystical and the spiritual, and it's like, okay, we need to come down to earth as well. And it's not either or, it's constantly the balance. So for you to know where you are on that scale, if there's an invitation to go to the spiritual, mystical more, or is it actually time to come down to earth a little bit more and not to choose the either or, but combine both together. And there's definitely a reality check, and the coming down to earth that is going to be felt very strongly pretty much for the next few weeks here in December. We're starting to feel it already. The sun and Saturn, the planet Saturn, are starting their conjunction. They're going to be in exact conjunction on the 9th of December, in a couple of days. And, you know, I like to stay away from bad or good. It doesn't exist for me when it comes to astrology, or really in anything. It's all a matter of perspective, and it's all a matter of how prepared you are for the storm, so to speak. What's your attitude when things do occur? Because at the end of the day, things are going to occur. You know, the sun is going to meet Saturn, and it happens every year. So we are looking at the yearly meeting of Sun and Saturn, and now Saturn is the physical reality, and Saturn is responsibility, maturity. It's how we manifest in this third dimensional reality. It can feel limiting, because it's the container, right? It's like you've got this container that can contain whatever is in it, and if you start piling too much into it, it's going to spill. So there is that limitation of Saturn of, okay, that is as far as we can go. And it's a very interesting combination, because we are looking at so much of Sagittarius that is still, we in that Sagittarius season. The sun is in Sagittarius, and even Saturn is in Sagittarius, and will be in Sagittarius for another year. It's how do we expand? How do we expand our horizons? How do we expand our belief systems without losing touch with reality? And vice versa, how do we create a container without limiting ourselves? How do we create a container that can actually help us to expand? So that's all Saturn influence that is coming to us when it's meeting the sun. There's an expanded state of awareness that is being invited by ourselves, call it astrology, the cosmos, the planets are always talking to us and doing things with us. They're not doing anything to us. So this is an invitation for all of us individually in your own life to look at which containers or which foundations that need to be built, to be grounded, to be approached with maturity and responsibility in order for you to expand and to grow and to seek new horizons. I keep going back to truth because Sagittarius is so much truth. And so with Saturn meeting the Sun in the Sun of Sagittarius, and Sun to me it's your ego. It's the part of your ego that is your personality. It's the part of the ego that is on the stage. It's not necessarily the depth of your soul when it comes to the Sun. Nevertheless, it's a very important aspect of your soul. It's the light that you shine in the world. And in Sagittarius, there's this calling to follow the truth, to follow your own truth, to expand your belief systems, to expand your horizons, and at the same time to approach all of your decisions and approach your new horizons and approach your purpose, approach that light that you're here to share with maturity and with responsibility. That's the lesson of Saturn. So it may feel for some of you very constricting. It may feel very limiting to some degree. And that's the harsh lesson that Saturn teaches us sometimes. It doesn't have to be harsh, yeah? It's just acknowledging there are some limitations. There are some containers that need to be placed in our lives, but it's discipline. Saturn is discipline, and to approach discipline in a way that you understand that discipline, that foundation is helping you to grow, is helping you to expand, and it's not doing the opposite. So it really depends on like I said, your attitude and your perspective. Sun meeting Saturn can be very positive. It can be very actually can help manifest, because Saturn helps us manifest in this third dimensional reality. So if you get all bogged down, like, oh, I'm so limited and I'm so constricted, and again, you get into this victimhood consciousness, which I want you to be aware of, because with all that Pisces energy that I was talking about, you don't want to get dragged back into victim mode of like, oh, I don't have any control over my life, keep repeating the same patterns, keep blaming other people. And that can be the harsh lesson that is going to be brought to you if you go down that spiral. But if you really keep yourself rooted in reality, with the North Node still in the sign of Virgo, and the Sun meeting Saturn is like, okay, I've got reality. I need to be responsible. I need to be mature. I need to have discipline. It doesn't mean that it's limiting me. It's actually helping me to grow and expand, and learning how to approach your life, how to approach your relationships, how to approach yourself and all of your decisions from a place of true integrity. That's what Saturn and Sun, integrity, and to bring more awareness, the light of the Sun, the light of that awareness into your structures and into your foundation. Is it based on truth? Is it based on integrity? Is it based on expansion? Or is it based on limiting beliefs, on limiting dogmas, and things that are no longer part of the new you? So that's Saturn meeting Sun, and we've got this excitement, and I really want to invite you to, with that being said, of building those new foundations and building those new structures, to really include other people and relationships. We have Mars still in the sign of Aquarius. That's very exciting. And Venus has just entered Aquarius today, December 7th. So Aquarius is all about connections and other people and larger groups and big groups, and really working for the people and with the people. Definitely expect the unexpected. I've got to say that, and I've been saying it for days. Some of it might not be so great and la-li-da, some unexpected events that might occur in your life. But just remember to keep looking at the bigger picture, and that's Sagittarius. Then even when those things are happening, is to keep that, and sometimes it's easier said than done, but to keep that larger perspective of, I know it's happening for a reason, and to find the blessing, and to keep opening yourself up to doing things differently, to think maybe differently, to connect with people that are maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone. Let go of your judgments. Let go of your judgments of other people, of yourself first and foremost, because that's the real limitation. That's Saturn really limiting the light of who you are and your ability to expand, to grow, and to connect with people, is those judgments. So free yourself from that, and take advantage of that Aquarian energy. Venus is in Aquarius. It's all about connecting with people, and maybe it's different groups, and maybe it's different than what you've been doing. And I want to invite you to take advantage of that for the next month. Especially when Mars and Venus are in the same sign. This is very electrifying, very, very electrifying, and a boost of electrifying energy when it comes to our relationships and connections and new connections. And like I said, expect the unexpected and rejoice in that newness, and doing things differently, especially with other people. The last thing I'm going to say here, and I'm going to talk more about it next week, but we are having the full moon on the 13th of the month, and this full moon is going to happen in Gemini. The moon is going to be in Gemini when the sun is still in Sagittarius, inviting us to bring the lower mind and the higher mind, our intellect and our bigger perception, into a place of illumination. And the moon is going to be in Gemini, which is Mercury, is associated with the planet Mercury, and which again, Mercury is very much, it's the messenger of going down into the underworld and bringing the messages back up to earth, back to heaven. And it's all about networking and connecting. And with Venus in Aquarius and with Mars in Aquarius, again, the invitation is to, maybe for you, is to come out of your comfort zone and connect more with other people, and to network more with other people, and to allow your perceptions, your perspectives, your attitude to take on a new turn, to take on a new twist, and invite that into your life. Invite that into your life. Invite those that can help you in adopting new perspective, new perceptions into your life. Invite those people, invite those energies, and really stay away from that which doesn't accommodate that. I'm going to talk more about the full moon next week. I'm going to do a special video for the full moon, but just wanted to touch on that as we are preparing for the full moon. It's always like a bit of an intense energy, so just know for the next few days, if things kind of feel like, oh my God, it's about to explode, it's all preparation for the full moon and that illumination that is going to happen in the sign of Gemini and Sagittarius. So that's my message for you this week, and thank you so much for joining me. If you are liking this video and other videos, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Anything helps, your comments, your thumbs up, and if you know other people can benefit from this information, then please share the videos. I really appreciate the support. And if you are interested in knowing more about me and my work, my transformational work that I do with people, either individually, personal work, or group programs that I always run throughout the year, then please go to my website, noalakshmi.com. Get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. I am sending you so much love and so much light. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are awesome. Just stay that way. And I will see you next time. Sat Nam.